Hello, everyone. As you guys are getting ready for your science and engineering fairs for all of your schools and districts and regional fairs, I'm here to support you with getting into monitoring your applications to your fairs. So those of you who are using your Zfairs account, let me show you how to get in there, and then I'll be following up with other platforms as well. So I'm going to share my screen. I am from Arizona, so I'm going to show you what it looks like if you were in Arizona and you're registering to the Science and Engineering Fair. Now, you have to get to az.zfairs.com. That is the website, and you have to create your own account. Now, I'm going to do Jane or Jenny Doe, and I'm going to use my email address because I want to make sure that it comes to me and I can let my friend who is going to be the teacher understand that that's actually just a dummy portal and you don't have to do anything with it. Okay, so you have to sign up now, and then you end up clicking on create account. Once you click on create account, it asks you whether you're going to register as a student, a teacher, a judge, a volunteer, or an attendee. Please understand that teachers, you have to create a teacher account. And for students, you have to create a student account. So I'm going to create a student account now. So I'm going to click on student. And the moment I do that, it comes up with my username and my email that I actually talked about in the very first time. I'm going to add my phone number, gender, I'm a female, race, I'm an Asian, ethnicity, I'm a non-Hispanic. And it's going to prompt you to make a password. Here, for my sanity's sake, I'm going to do it as Jenny Doe, so Janeedoe. And here we need to add our parents' name. Now, this is very, very important because your parents will have to sign up a document where an adult sponsor form. So if you put the email addresses of your parent wrong here, your parent is not going to get that email and you'll be in a loop and to create an account one more time. So created that address. I'm going to save, hit save. No, I don't want my computer to save my password. And it's going to ask you, what type of school do you attend? The school that I used to teach at was a public school. It was not a Title I school. And it's going to ask you, where did you complete your project? Now, it could be at school, it could be at home, it could be at research institution. If it is at research institution, remember you have to submit a Form 1C. Think about, I submitted it at school. It's going to ask me, what type of fair did you place first in? School, it could be school fair, district fair, and regional fair. Again, I'm going to just pick on school and asks you the name of the qualifying fair. I'm going to say ACP-HS Fair, which is the Arizona College Prep High School Fair. Okay, click on Save and Continue. Now, this is a very important picture portal where either you start a new entry or you link an existing entry. Now, for students who are doing group projects, only one of you start the process as a new entry. Once the process of application and registration is done, you're going to actually get a key. You give that key code to your partners, and that's the key that they put in your project key to link it to your existing account. If not, it's going to be separate accounts, and then you have to email your regional director or your fair director to connect those projects, and you won't be able to do it by yourself. So again, I'm going to start with a new entry, but remember, those of you who are doing group projects, make sure that you're using a project key that one of your members actually had started it. So I'm going to start here as start a new entry. School, I will click on school. Now, I'm taking the step of Arizona College Prep here because in this list, depending on what the teacher or you put it in, it puts up a new entry. So for example, ACP, if I put ACP, ACP, I have 3 entries for ACP. It's ACP High School, Arizona College Prep High School, and Arizona College Prep Erie. So I'm going to click on Arizona College Prep Erie. And so if you look at here, there is an ACP high school, there's an Arizona College Prep Erie campus and ACP high school. Depending on where your teacher, what your teacher picked, you might not be able to find your teacher under the other options of your ACP. So make sure that you're consistent with this school names. I'm going to click on ACP high school. And based off of that, I know that there are 2 teachers already enrolled. I'm going to click on Mr. Whitmire, just for sanity's sake. And I'm going to say I'm a 10th grader, okay? So the moment you save and continue, Mr. Whitmire is going to get an email that you have created your account. Now, for title, this is your project portal. Remember, you have only 75 words that you can use to fill up your title. Make sure that it fits in the title place. And you're going to pick a category. Say, suppose I say embedded systems. It tells you about what the embedded system is, and then you click or not click whether this is a team project. If it is a team project, you'll check yes. If it's not, you do not check it. But because of that asterisk, you have to write something in this box. So I'm going to say, this is a team project. Okay. I'm going to also check this. I want the project to be considered as ISAF. You do definitely want to check that for sure. Now, in these 2 areas here, you can actually upload your project video. If you want to create a summary of a 2-minute video, put it as an unlisted on YouTube, you can put your YouTube link here. Project abstract, you will be prompted to do so later on, so you can ignore this here. But this is your project slide. Depending on where you are and which state you are, if you're using Zfairs, you will be required to add your files here. AZSEF, for Arizona Science and Engineering Fair, requires you to have only 12 slides. So you'll upload your files here. You're going to do a quad chart, which is, you can find all the requirements of the quad chart in your ISEF website. You'll upload it here, and you can additionally upload more project images here as well. Once that is done, save and continue. Now, this is going to come about for your paperwork. For every single project that goes into the Zfairs platform, these are the 4 forms that are absolutely required. You have to do it whether you require IRB or not. So adult sponsor is the one where you will actually be able to have your parent sign off on that. And that's where your parent needs to form a complete different registration for herself or himself and click on parent. And that's where I said you have to be very careful what email address you put in your registration, because if it goes to the wrong email address, for example, previously I would have spelled Gmail as Gmail instead of Gmail. So that will give it to a different website. So please make sure that you are very, very careful when you're doing that. Now, once all of these 4 are uploaded, if you are doing your research institute research at a regional institution, for example, a college or a clinic, you will have to do your Form 1C if you require IRB. If you do not require IRB, those are the 4 forms that you do and you're done. But if you require IRB, you have to complete the other forms that are very particular to that particular project. Okay, once that is done, save and continue. You do not have to finish all of this at one sitting. You can always go back and change it as well. Okay, now I'm going to check on every single one of this because I understand that each registration fee is $25. If you are doing a group project in groups of 3, every single one of you, there's a registration fee for $25. So it's $75 for the project. Okay. Please also read through your code of conduct. This is extremely important for you guys to understand how you need to respect other people, what is your accountability, what is your transparency and honesty, and also about your professionalism. And once you have checked this, it's going to take you to the next page when you click Save and Continue. Now, another thing where you're talking about registration fees, like I said, mentioned earlier, every single individual who does a registration has a registration fee of $25. If you have a coupon code that is given to you by the district person, you can put it in here, but click Pay and Continue. When you click Pay and Continue, you're given 3 different options here. You can pay by a card, a credit card, or your school pays it. Now, this is going to be different for every individual. Please check with your school if your school's going to pay the registration fees. If not, you'll have to pay it using a credit card or a check. Now, this is self-explanatory, but if your school is going to pay for your registration, click on School, click on I agree and continue, and then an invoice will be created that will have your school's name in it, okay? So the moment I do agree and continue, I get a confirmation that I am Jenny Doe. My title is Queen Anesthesia. My category is Embedded Systems. So senior, so SR stands for Senior Division, EBED, which is your Embedded Systems, and my project number is 002. This here is the project key that you will need to give it to your group members if you are doing it as a group project. Now, and using that, they can put a link to the existing account, and then your project will be under it. It'll be embedded together with that. Okay, please look through this also. If you are an elementary division or a senior division individual, you can get into office hours by clicking on these Zoom links. They are usually in the evening from 4 to 5. Okay, now let me show you a few other things. You can go in and make modifications to your account by looking at this particular button here on the upper right-hand corner. So if you click on it and you go to My Profile, you can access all of this paperwork again. And say, suppose you have changed, you need to change your phone number or email account, you can do it here. Now, if you are called for an interview, and you have to enter into a virtual meeting with any of your judges, you're going to click on the virtual contest. And if you scroll down, this is where you will find your entry of virtual judging interview session. Okay, this is where your link is. If not, this is your paperwork, all of the paperwork that you need to complete. This is where your event layout will be. This is going to be updated later when it's closer to the fair. And if you click on Fair and you go to Showcase, you will be able to see all the projects that has been already submitted to the Zfair. You can look at each of the categories. So for example, if I click on Elementary Division Computer Science, there is this one project here. If you click on Senior Division, you will see all the projects that are in Senior Division. And of course, each of them will have, this is our Animal Sciences project, this is a Behavior project, and so on and so forth. And you will know what kind of projects you are competing against, okay? In the store, click here, you will actually be able to see your registration fee. If you are trying to buy a t-shirt, you'll also find the fees in here, okay? I think that is it. I am going to stop sharing. If you guys have any questions, please put comments on this video. You can also reach out to me at rachnanath@gmail.com. It's RACHNANATH@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe to my channel, and I will be posting more and more about other ways that you can register and other information relating to Science and Engineering Fair, Innovation Fair, and any competitions that might come up for you guys. So thank you.